We're talking smuggling cases, ones that were catching walking the highway, number of seized vehicles, number of seized weapons, number of smugglers, et cetera, et cetera.
In the small town of Brackettville, Kinney County Sheriff Brad Coe thumbs through a stack of IDs.
Cuba, Nicaragua.
Coe says these IDs are left behind by the increasing number of immigrants illegally crossing the border and moving through the county.
I think we're going to see a huge influx within the next 6 months. I mean, numbers bigger than last year.
Miles Arriba. When the number of apprehensions along the border began spiking, rural counties became overwhelmed with smugglers, a problem exacerbated by a divided Congress that is still debating a solution. Meanwhile, Coe says his 6th deputy department needed help keeping up with everything from daily chases to an increase in burglaries.
They'll come through, go into the house looking for food, water, for a place to sleep, and then they gather up what they can.
Coe's call for help is why you're seeing 2 elected constables and a sheriff's sergeant from Galveston County helping Kinney County deputies arrest 10 people crammed into the back of this SUV along with a pair of suspected smugglers. The entire group is eventually handed off to Border Patrol. These men even go back to make fence repairs after smugglers create paths through the brush to the main roads.
How many trips have you made here now?
I'm on my 9th trip down.
This is my 3rd time down here.
Galveston County has already spent more than $500,000 in American Rescue Plan funds to send resources to the border and was awarded another $2 million in state funds to continue the effort.
The volume of people coming across the borders, breaking into these homes, going onto these properties, doing the damage they are. Again, the need is there and it's great.
Yeah. We don't walk outside alone anymore from the house to the gate and back.
Cattle ranchers Bill and Carolyn Connolly say the extra help is welcome.
We've had a few items stolen out of properties here.
We have to lock our doors, we have to lock our vehicles. We've added lighting.
The couple, who lives on thousands of acres of land, volunteered to give out-of-town law enforcement a place to stay.
We have a visual presence of law enforcement coming and going in ways that we've never had before.
But Kinney County is just a symptom of a larger problem.
We need more immigration judges, trial attorneys, and asylum officers.
Houston immigration attorney Charles Foster has worked with Democrats and Republicans on immigration reform for decades.
What impact are you seeing in immigration court because of what's happening on the border?
We've taken a bad situation and it's getting worse daily.
The rising number of apprehensions on our border is only adding to a backlog in immigration court, which has now hit nearly 1.6 million cases, according to the Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse. And track data shows it can take longer than 3 years for a decision in many of these cases.
It will encourage more people to come to our broken system.
The University of Houston's Geronimo Cortina says conditions in countries like Central America continue to deteriorate, driving more people to the U.S. where there are jobs and a chance of staying in the country for years because of a backlog system. He warns if Congress does not get a handle on this problem, it will only get worse.
This creates an endless chain of cases that are just going to be accumulated.
Legislation has been filed to add more judges, attorneys, and asylum officers to handle asylum claims faster, but political division in Washington, D.C. has stalled the measure. Robert Arnold, KPRC2 investigates.